Welcome to Urban Nightlife Radio, a podcast dedicated to adult conversation with your host, Tony Fly, coming to you from Q Cigar Lounge to lay down another hot topic.
Well, what's up, y'all? What's going on? I wanted to go live this morning on this cold Chicago Shot City, 30-degree below zero day. I hope y'all staying warm out there. It is pretty cold. Make sure you're starting your cars up. If you ain't going out, make sure you got your pipes dripping so that your pipes won't burst. It is a real cold day out there. Praying for all those that's out there on the streets working, those that's out there homeless. Praying for y'all. Get into some type of shelter and stay warm. Well, let's get right into it. The reason why we're here this afternoon, big announcement, big, huge announcement. First of all, thanks to Boosie Lloyd, Who Ready Apparel. Got me Who Ready apparel to wear for the show this afternoon. Shout out to Q's Lounge as well, where it's always a vibe in Cicero, Illinois. So let's get into it, y'all. First of all, how y'all doing? Fresh off the weekend from the Dream Team ski trip. Amazing trip. They did an amazing job from start to finish. From the things that they did on the bus, the food that they had. Even though I wasn't on the bus with them, I heard great things about it from those that took part in the Dream Team ski trip event. From Saturday night at Pocket, shout out to Pocket, Selena, who always show love anytime that we're in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, to the hotel and the hotel staff. They pretty much allowed the Dream Team to have their way this past weekend. Shout out to them. And shout out to everybody that just took part in putting that thing together. What an amazing event. Awesome event from the DJ Rico to everybody that was involved. Maryland and Maryland's Kitchen, CC. I'm sure on behalf of the Dream Team, they thank you for a great event. And so with saying that, on to our next event, okay, which is something that we do every year. We put together every year, mostly during Pisces seasons in March, and that's the Shy City to Detroit, okay? Had an amazing time once again last year, and this year we expect it to be bigger and better than it was. Looks like I'm having a streaming error on YouTube. On Facebook, but I'll post it later on when we finish, so you guys can see it. So once again, back to the Shy City versus the Motor City bartending battle. Okay. First of all, and before I can get into that, let me just explain to you the connection that Chicago and Detroit has. I would say that Detroit and Chicago connection is unique. And when I say unique, I'm saying it because of the love that the two cities have for one another. And those that have been there, those that have friends there or have gained friends since going there know exactly what I'm talking about. And those who know me best, I'm there. That's like my second home. I'm there, twice or three times a month almost, hanging out, networking with the different bar owners, bartenders, and stuff like that. Developing great relationships with those people out there. Detroit, Chicago has much love for each other. I think once so it started more so as a rival from the Detroit Lions to the Chicago Bears, and once those buses start going there and they start coming here, it began to be more so of a friendship, love type of thing, um, in a family for some people, and that's why we continue to go there, and they continue to go here, which is a great thing. Um, I'll say this as well. Um, when you go there, it's a vibe. It's a great time. It's one of those places that where 2 days is not enough, especially one day. Those 1 day trips. That's just not enough. It's not enough to do. And usually when I'm there from Wednesday to Sunday or Wednesday to Monday. Because you want to get a chance to see everybody and support everybody. And they do the same here. So much love here. How this Motor City and Shy City bartender battle came about. Let me just give you a little background on that. So, beginning of the year, the Bears was playing Detroit, and everybody knows that I'm not a Bears fan. Shout out to those that are. Much love to you, but it's Dallas or nothing over here, as you can see. And so when they came here for the Bears game, of course, want to see all our people. Being as though I'm there so much, I have a lot of relationships built there, and a lot of love there in that city. When I'm there, I got a phone call from a couple of bar owners that was there that said, hey, they were shutting their bars down to come and mess with me that weekend. I said, that's nothing but love when a person can shut their bar down for the whole weekend and just to come show you love because they see you when you're there in their town, you do, and show them the same type of love. And so we had multiple bar owners there. That's Steve from the Drink Well. Shout out to Steve and the Drink Well. Very nice establishment. Some nice bartenders there. Abby, of course, my main man from the Sky Bar. It's my brother from another mother. Shout out to him as well. Big Dog, Chicago Blues. It's one of the guys, my homies. Chris from the Hideaway. Was here and came to see me, and then also you had Jay, my birthday twin, from Sweet 100, which also came to see me that weekend that they played the Bears here in Chicago. And shout out to each and every one of them, bar owners in the city of Detroit doing big things. Got big things going on, and they have some wonderful, wonderful establishments. That if you're ever in Detroit, they'll make you feel right at home. Bartenders, I pretty much know all about my sister Candace, Sweet 100, Rika, Black, Sky Bar, Pooh, Chicago Blue, Ella, TV Lounge, Santana, TV Lounge. The list goes on and on. I can't name them all. I'll be here all day. But I thank you for the love that y'all show Q's Lounge when we're in town. And, of course, we're going to show you that same love as you deserve when you come to Chicago. So, now that that's out the way, Chicago City, Shy City, Motor City bartending battle. Okay. This is how this came about. So they said, hey, you know what? The bar owners came in and said, hey, Tony, you know what? We need to do something. Let's do something big and do something in Detroit. And you know me, my antennas got to going off and say, I'm always down for something big. I can always do something. That's something y'all want to do. Let's do it. And so once they went back home, they brainstormed a little bit and they said, okay, you know what? We're going to do this bartender battle. We're going to take 4 bars. I think it's 4 or 5 bars. I think it's 4 bars. And we're going to do a bartender's battle. And I said, hey, I'm down with it. Hey, let's do it. I'm cool.
Welcome to Urban Nightlife Radio.
When they said it, I'm like, okay, well, how we going to do this? We got to come up with some rules, some regulations. our three versus y'all three. Okay, cool, no problem. And so they said, let's do it. And of course, the date, which is always usually the second weekend in March when um, we always go to Detroit. We say, hey, it falls right into place. Friday the 13th through the 15th. Let's make it happen. And so, just like that, we put it together. We all got together. I actually went down there for a funeral. Um, and so we had a meeting and we talked about it. We put it together. Shout out to Christian for facilitating all of this. And everybody said, hey, look, we on board. Let's make it happen. And so that's how it came about. And the way it's looking from us talking about it and going back and forth with it, it's going to be an amazing event. And I'm talking about, mobile billboards. I'm talking about, the spotlights out on the streets flying through there and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? These are some of the things that we've discussed it. My man, Jed Sweet 100, has a vision like none other. And, of course, with him, you never know what you're going to get. As they say, how many licks does it take to get to the end of the Tootsie Pole or Tootsie Pop, I mean. But that's how it came about. So we're going to take bus down there March 13th through the 15th, okay? Until this point today, as far as breaking news-wise, we reached out to the city. And the reason I wanted to do that, I just didn't want, let's say, fly to pick 3 bartenders and think it was going to be biased. I wanted the people of Chicago to pick. Now, when you come to picking those bartenders, and I talked to multiple bartenders from the south side and the west side, it comes down not to just can you pour drinks, but your personality, your speed, your craftsmanship, can you make a drink? If somebody call you and say, hey, let me get a this or a that, you know what I'm saying, pomegranate Long Island or whatever the case, different type of strawberry Hennessy lemon drop, whatever it is that is, do you look at these people up inside their head crazy when they ask you for these drinks, or do you have the customer service skills that it takes to say, okay, you know what, I got you, I made that for you. Now, I know bartenders take a huge hit when they're busy and, people asking for all these mixed drinks. I understand that. You can't, it's hard on you guys. So I get that. But those are some of the criteria that it came into the play. And then we allow the city to say, okay, hey, give me your top 3 bartenders that you would put on the line and say, hey, look here, we need you to go to Chicago and represent us and bring back the title, okay? And then actually they are going to bring back the title. We have crystal glass trophies, plaques, that each person's going to win at their battle. So it's going to be 3, to explain, it's going to be 3 different battles, okay, at 3 different bars, okay? And we're waiting on their list, as they don't know our list of who we're going to have until today, because I'm going to break the news of who won and who's going to represent Chicago today on this video or live video. And I'll wait for them to get back to me with that 3, which I'm not worried about that 3 at all. Much love to all the bartenders in Detroit, but y'all ain't got a chance. I'm just saying that. You heard it here first. So we're going to do that. We're going to break the news on who's going to represent Chicago and Detroit. And also Q's Lounge is going to pay for them to get to Detroit. Q's Lounge is going to sponsor their trip down there, their fees to get to Detroit, transportation-wise, which is a great thing. Q's Lounge always giving back to its people. Um, so I got a lot of questions to where they say, okay, well, what's so special about these? We keep hearing about this Dream Team bus. Let me clear the air on this. It's Dream Team bus. The Dream Team is Doug, Big Doug from Po Fred's. You have Q Baby from Q's Lounge. You have the one and only Lady E from Two Job Thursdays, okay, and Po Fred's and Red Pepper, where she normally works at. And then you have Ransom, which is their DJ, with Ransoms all over the place working. That's the Dream Team. Those four individuals, that's the Dream Team right there. And so they come together and they decided to team up with each other to put on some epic events. And so they came with the Dream Team bus, and they did it a lot different than anybody. Well, you say, Tony, well, what do you got? That's their Dream Team. I just support them in any way I can. And they came up with some different things to take the bus thing, or whatever you want to call it, the inner city buses, the out of town buses, to a different level, to where, they're putting liquor, premium top shelf liquor in their overheads, for you to grab at your leisure. Nobody got to serve you. Just grab whatever liquor you want out of the overheads. It's like an open bar type of thing. They're doing the premium chef cook food for you in the morning times. They take Chef Marilyn, in Marilyn's kitchen with them on their trip, so you have food while you're there at the hotel. Just different things. Everybody has, I think everybody in the city that I know of that does a great thing with putting their buses together, and they just want to just take it to another level. And that's how they came up with the Dream Team bus. They and from what from what I hear and what I see, the people love it. The people love it. You get a bang for your buck, and you're not actually going to getting. Far as the bus was going upside your head, far as the pricing. And so, that's what, someone asked me, well, what's this thing, because they never been on one. That's how I would explain what the Dream Team bus is and the different events that they put together. Okay. So now that that's out the way, back to Detroit. So I got a call yesterday. Well, actually, really, I got a call in. I got a text from Detroit yesterday. They love to mess with me. So I got a call around 7:00 last night, and they said, well, they sent me a text first. So I looked at the text. I said, well, what the hell is this? And this what the text was. Let me see here if I have it up here. See if I got it up here. No. There we go. This was the text that they sent me. Okay. So, of course, immediately I started laughing because I knew. I said, well, wait a minute. I looked at the date. It's Friday the 13th. I said, oh, okay. So, to me, what it is that y'all so shook and so scared of Shy City coming to the D and the Motor City that now y'all done put a bus together to follow us around during the Bartenders battle so y'all can have numbers. Okay. So I laughed at it. So I placed a phone call and I said, I called the person that sent this to me. And I asked him, I said, so what is Detroit 313 skip day? Oh, we always do this every year, this and that. I said, oh, okay, sure. And it just so happened to be on March 13th, huh? when we come into town to battle y'all. Okay. I said, so where's the bus going? Oh, surprisingly, the bus is going to every spot we going to Friday once we get there. So, Chicago, I'm going to say this to you. They pulling out all the stops. They're pulling out all the stops to try to take us down. We're not going to let that happen. 313, I love you. Got much love for you. But this ain't going to work. This ain't going to work. I don't care what you do. I don't care how many people you tell to call off work Friday. I don't care what you say, what group messages y'all put out. It ain't going to work. When Chicago comes, and Shy City is going to bring them hitters. And best believe, no matter what Detroit 313 skip day bus, inner city bus y'all putting together to chase us around and try to knock us off the throne, it ain't going to happen. So I just want to address that and let y'all know what it is, okay? So, all right. So let me go into this, okay? I don't want to hold y'all long. Been out here about 25 minutes. So the winners. Once again, how we came up with the winners, the city picked the winners. We just went off of the number of votes, the number of tallied them up, and that's how it came up with the winners. No one was in charge of just choosing who they wanted. We wanted to keep it fair. And so that's how we came up with the winners. So breaking news, I'm going to announce the winners right now, okay? So I know Detroit is watching. I know they paying attention, and they waiting on this. And I don't have a problem with announcing our top three before they do, because we ain't scared. We ain't worried. And we coming in to take names and kick ass. And that's what it is. And I stand on that. And so, the first person represents Chicago, Shy City versus Motor City. She is the best of both worlds. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. She has a following like none other. It has planted her flag in many bars on both sides of town. She hails from Dukes, Bernice, Ted's, Chills, Q's Lounge, just to name a few. You know her, and you guys know her well. The one and only, the first one of our top three that's going to be representing Chicago, Shy City, the Windy City, is Miss Erica, y'all. Y'all show us some love. All right, that's one. That's one right there. And so, Erica, just to say a couple of things about her, she's a great bartender, very nice. She has worked exclusively at the Q's Lounge before. She's been all over South Side and the West Side of Chicago. And like I said, she has a following like none other. And I just love the way she bartends, and the city must too, as they chose Erica to be one of the representatives step into Detroit to hold down Shy City the weekend of March 13th through the 15th. Okay. So we got that one. Let's see who's next. Let me say this about this young lady here. Okay. This is one person that I personally know. Okay. She comes with you with more amazing ideas every time she puts her mind to it. She has more promotion and party ideas than anybody I ever seen or ever know. Okay. She brings to you on a weekly basis the infamous, and when I say the infamous, I mean the infamous, Wind Down Wednesday at Ted's, Bike Night every Monday at Tiago's, also Taco Tuesdays with Tara at Tiago's each and every Tuesday, and of course, the one and only her lovers and friends to it that she does each year. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Number 2 on the list, represent Shy City versus the Motor City in the bartender battle is the one and only QT on duty. Y'all show us some love. That's it, y'all. That's the one. We got 1 and 2 out the way. QT on duty. Great bartender. Very nice. Very pleasant. Don't mind shaking shit. All over the place. You know. Not does she just is a person that's behind the bar pouring drinks, but she puts a lot of events together. She does her thing. And she has a lot of ideas that she comes up with. One of the best to ever do it, y'all. QT on duty Toya will be representing Shy City as we storm Detroit March 13th through the 15th. All right. So we got one more left. Okay? We got one more left. So this last one. Oh, man. I'm going to just say this. This last one, rounding out our, mega team of bar stars representing Chicago. All I can say is, well, let me just start off by saying, you bet not get your receipt wrong. Okay? You bet not get your receipt wrong. Because if you fill it out wrong, you're going on blast. She hails from one and the only 2 Job Thursdays at Po Frid's. Each and every Thursday night. 5464 West Madison Street. You know what it is. Headquarters. Red Pepper every Friday. Hun Kim. The dynamic duo. Miss Dream Team herself. Y'all show your love. For Miss Is You Cool? Is You Motherfucking Cool? Represent Chicago. Shy City. Lady E, y'all show us some love, y'all. Those the three. Those the three. Those the three. Those the three. Heavy hitters. We bringing heavy hitters to the Motor City. And I can't wait. I might have to get that. I might have to get that Wednesday or Thursday. I might have to get that a couple of days beforehand. Shy City, come out and support these three. We have to support them. We have to support them. Get your seats now. Get your seats now. It is $140 for your seats. That's the only thing you pay up front. Not asking you for your hotel fare, none of that. You take care of that yourself once you get to the hotel. The rooms are $116 a night for kings, $116 a night for double queens. You pay your hotel fare. Once you pay your hotel fare, we'll even book your room for you. You don't have to pay any money. Once you get there, Your reservation will be at the hotel front desk, and you just pay for it with your card and show them your ID once you get there, and everything's taken care of. This is March 13th through the 15th. We're going to have 2-day parties, a brunch party, black and white party, and more. Q's Lounge and the Dream Team, where you give back more than less. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our 3 biggest celebration party. Bartender Battle, March 13th through the 15th in the Motor City with our friends and family in Detroit. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a ball. It's going to be one hell of a weekend. Get your seat now. Come out, support them, show them love. Let's roll down 94 together as one unit, and let's make things happen. As you know, I'm sure, Dream Team, Q's Lounge, they'll be giving away cash prizes. Last year they gave away airline tickets. Somebody won airline tickets last year. Of course, they'll be giving away Bulls tickets to games this season. Get your bus seat. Free liquor. At each bar you go to, they're going to feed you. That's a common thing that they do. When you come to town, the bars feed you. You know, they feed the buses. They're going to take care of the buses. It's no charge to you. You're going to have a good time. You're going to enjoy yourself. And we're going to come out of there with the victory. Shy City, I thank you. Appreciate y'all. If you see them out in the street, make sure you take congratulations to the one and only Miss Erica, Edanya, Lady E, and also Cutie on Duty for getting the opportunity and the privilege to represent Shy City down in the Motor City, March 13th through the 15th, with all our friends and family in Detroit. It's going to be a ball. It's going to be fun. Get your seats now. They are going fast. Get your seats now. More information to come, because I'm sure this is not going to be it. We're going to come up with something else. We're going to keep it fair. We're going to have rules and regulations. I will be in Detroit at the end of this month to get down there and meet with them, and we'll come up with how we're going to actually, we'll put out the rules and regulations so it's fair for everybody when it comes to those registers and ringing up those registers and things of that nature. Shy City, I appreciate you. Urban Nightlife Radio, yours truly, Tony Fly, broadcasting live from Q's Lounge, Cigar Lounge, and it's been a ball. Thank you to everybody that had something to do with this. For those that didn't see, once again, as always, each and every Monday at Q's Lounge, it's a vibe. Multiple DJs coming through each and every Monday. Different bartenders each and every Monday. We keep it fresh. We keep it vibrant. We keep it going. Also, don't forget, March 13th. That's right, y'all. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be a nice one. It's going to be a ball. Y'all get your tickets, get your bus seats. Do whatever it is you got to do. Go on here, put your time in now. We out of here. We gone. Y'all stay warm out there. I appreciate you for tuning in. More episodes of Urban Nightlife Podcast coming soon. Stay tuned for DJ Daddy-O that's going to be on the show. We got a couple of insurance brokers as we're going to talk about health insurance and the lack of health insurance, and also not just health insurance, but life insurance that many people don't have. You know, it's time to stop passing around the cup to bury our loved ones. We got to get people life insurance. So when it's time for them to go, they have the funds to put them away nice, decent, and in order. So those episodes are coming up. Stay tuning in. I thank you. 12:38. Y'all stay warm out there. It's been a ball. It's been a blessing. Pray until something happens. Push, y'all. You got to keep it going. Until then, I'm out of here like last year. Gone.